This is a series of unfortunate events, The Bad Beginning, reviewed by the Turquoise Turtles. The Turquoise Turtles are Sydney Sanchez and Jeanette Jakubka.
A series of unfortunate events, The Bad Beginning, begins the tale of the three Baudelaire children. Violet, the oldest, who's a brilliant inventor. Klaus, the middle child, who's an avid reader. And Sonny, the baby, who has a penchant for biting things. The story begins when their family accountant and friend, Mr. Poe, tells them that a terrible fire has burned down their family home, unfortunately taking their parents with it. Due to their parents' will, which states that they must be adopted by a family relative, the Baudelaires are forced to live with their distant relative, a third cousin 4 times removed, or a fourth cousin 3 times removed, Count Olaf. Unfortunately, Count Olaf is a despicable man who makes it painfully clear that his only intention in adopting the children is to also adopt the massive Baudelaire fortune. Since Violet is not of age, he cannot legally get a hold of the money, and goes about concocting a method of obtaining what is left of the estate. In the meantime, he subjects the 3 orphans to gruesome chores not fit for children, while also mistreating them for the amusement of his theater troupe, forcing them to take refuge with each other, in their own minds, and with their kindly neighbor, Justice Strauss. In trying to escape their new surroundings, the Baudelaires seek the help of their family's accountant, Mr. Poe, who put them in this situation in the first place. Unfortunately, the law refuses to budge, and allows the adults around them to take control of their lives and make them miserable. But when Count Olaf devises a plan to use his power as her legal guardian to make Violet marry him, the Baudelaires must use all of their talents to escape this unfortunate situation.
This book is fantastical enough to keep the reader engaged, but address real-life issues as well to keep it personal to the audience. Lemony Snicket directly talks to the reader as if he is sitting right next to them, which keeps the art of oral storytelling alive, as well as keeps the reader from feeling incompetent when they come across words they do not know. Snicket will helpfully explain the words with a definition and even an example in kid-friendly terms. The storyline is clear, and there are reiterations that help the reader comprehend it. The tale goes against many stereotypes, such as girls not being inventors or boys not liking to read, both challenged by Violet and Klaus, the main characters. These children also go through losing their parents and what is similar to the foster care system, which is a real-world problem many children and young adults go through today. It can even relate to children who are homeless or have parents going through a divorce. Even though these characters lost so much, the author always validates their emotions and gives little side anecdotes of advice to the reader that relate to issues in the story. Many children are taught to hide their tears or get over themselves, but Lemony assures them that crying is okay and that it may take a long time to get over a death, and that is perfectly fine. The author does well to address that age doesn't determine intellect as well. Sonny, as a baby, does not know how to speak, but that does not mean she cannot have coherent thoughts and ideas. Many children and young adults feel inadequate compared to adults because of their age and ability. Others have disabilities that prevent them from expressing their thoughts in a traditional medium. Being relatable to readers, it can also teach them to go out of their way to try and understand all of the different people in this world. A way to get the students involved with a book through language arts is to have them write on a cutout picture of a book what book they would have liked to see in the Baudelaire's library before it burned down, and why. If students read the first 3 books of the series, have them watch the movie. Have them compare and contrast it to the books. They can talk about if the portrayal of the characters in the movie were how they imagined them as they were reading. They can also decide which one they liked better, the book or the movie, and why. For social studies, have the students create a family tree of their ancestors from as far back and as expansive as they can get, including distant cousins or maybe even a sister-in-law's family. Have students also try to figure out what a third cousin 4 times removed is.
Another connection could be in social studies, where the children are required to investigate other cultures. In the book, the Baudelaire children need to make puttanesca sauce for Count Olaf, an Italian dish. They can investigate dishes from their own culture or from other cultures, like that of Estonia or Pakistan. In science, kids can make their own inventions, such as a robot that does their homework for them or a flying machine, and try to be Violet for a day. Or in art class, kids can try to describe the theater troupe of Count Olaf. In the book, they are described using very indistinct methods, such as a bald man with a large nose, or a person who is neither a man nor a woman, The kids could draw their own interpretations of these people and compare them to each other.
That is the end of our review. We hope you use this book in a series of fortunate lesson plans.